So today we are going to talk about drop bar bikes. So everything from the roadside through to cyclic off. So hey guys, it's me, Jamesy. I'm over here at the East location. I'm with Darren once again. Thank you for joining us, taking the time for this. Yeah, so for a second, let's talk about the East store.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
It's a beautiful store. We've got a full service mechanic section, which I'm super stoked on.
It's remarkable.
Yeah.
Full service shop. I think we're going to touch on this, but is the East side just like the West side or downtown location? It is, and it's more.
Yeah,
it's all things road, mountain, trail, and more importantly, family and fitness all wrapped into one.
Yeah, it's a fantastic store. It's a beautiful store. So if you haven't checked it out, it's off of the Powers Corridor at First and Main next to the Cinemark. So come over here and check it out and say hi to the boys over here. All right, so today we're going to talk about drop bar bikes. We're talking about everything from the roadside, cyclocross, and gravel in between. So can you give us a quick rundown on what we're looking at? Diverge, tarmac.
James, have you seen a road bike in the last couple of years?
I don't know. My flat bill hat.
Notice the curvature. Notice the curvature of what's called the drop bar standard in road bikes.
I do like it. It looks cool.
That's right. Coming to an enduro course near you.
All joking aside, this paint job is absolutely beautiful. Look.
Paint job is sick. That's the Chameleon Oil Slick, and this was released in conjunction with the Tarmac SL6 platform that we're looking at right here. But before we get into the specifics of that bike, I think a more broad expression of what bikes are, much like we typically do in the past in terms of the trail space, we could probably categorize road race bikes, aero road bikes, fitness bikes, gravel bikes, and then there's that extra category, the cyclocross bikes. And all of those have their unique approaches to geometry, features, and most importantly, the kind of braking standard, be it rim or disc alike. And the biggest question, how wide a tire can I run in that frame? And each of those is distinguishable in each of those areas. So each of those categories more broadly are all things that both this location and our location seek to deliver for the rider. So let's start it off. So tarmac, race bike, yeah? That's your road race bike. This one in particular is a carbon frame. It's the 6th generation in that evolution of the model. It's an SL6, much more aerodynamic than anything that existed in the past. Great for criteriums, stage racing, road racing. You know, if you want the lightest, fastest, and also arguably somewhat aerodynamic platform, that's your choice.
Right on. And then we move over to the Diverge gravel grinder. This is something that's probably going to be a lot more applicable in Colorado Springs as far as being a commuter. So obviously our roads are developing a little bit more for commuting with the installation of bike paths on Cascade, for example. As far as the bike paths go, which we're predominantly gravel, is this kind of more the bike that's looking for that all-round commuter, that, the commuter, the fitness freak?
Absolutely. You know, you could use it in a variety of contexts. You could put some faster rolling slicks on there and really enjoy it like a road bike, or you just have a capacity in the frame that allows you to run a little bit more aggressive and slightly wider tire that really allows you to get off the beaten path, get away from automobiles, get away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. And as the name implies, it's a divergent path that is such a departure from the standard road category that just really opens up the roads for you.
Yeah, so one thing I really do like, and believe it or not, I have seen a bike that looks like this before. I own one. And that's my my favorite thing with my cyclocross bike is the thicker tires, so that I can go on the bike paths and then make my way over to stuff like Red Rocks, Ute, and ride the trails. I ride the same single tracks, more or less, that I do on my mountain bike and I will do on my cyclocross. And that's something that I really do value in the cyclocross.
I like talking about this category, or at least introducing it to the customer, because everybody kind of knows a road bike.
Sure.
You know, there's always a new way to do it differently, better, faster, lighter, more aerodynamic. But what we haven't necessarily talked about is that tendency to maybe not necessarily ride comfortably with motorists. And, we want to create an environment that's inclusive and accommodating and connecting And there's probably no better category than the gravel category or cyclocross bike to allow you to do just that. You can still get together with a group of friends,
Sure.
and you can head out now on an unimproved road with no fear of automobiles or motorists or traffic, and you can really get to where you want to be and have the same kind of departure and feel and experience that you have on a trail bike now in a drop bar format that you're used to riding from your youth.
So as far as mountain bikes go, I'm a big fan of aluminum frames. I just like the way they ride and everything. What do we have as far as in the road? Do they still do aluminum frames? I believe they do. What are we looking at?
The LA E5 frame set represents a remarkable value to the consumer. For $1,300, you can get into an 11-speed drivetrain that is equipped with Shimano 105, and it's going to borrow that modern geometry that is co-developed in conjunction with the SL6 revision. So you get a modern road bike with great geometry that's tied to the same evolution of the Tarmac SL6 for around $1,300.
Oh, yeah. All right, now what?
I don't know. I think I shot my load.
That was a lot.
Later.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in for another episode of Pro Cycling TV. If you've got any comments, throw them down below. Subscribe to our channel and wait for the next one to come out. That's right. No, wait, what should it be? And we'll see you next week. Have a good one, guys.
High five.
For the record, I'm not
Nice.
trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you.
Hey, guys, it's me,
Me
Jameson.
going all the way. For the
God,
record,
I feel
ain't
like I
tryna
need
make
a
no
shot.
time to waste.
There on a couple of road bikes.
For the record,
Get some Rebecca Rush stuff or something along those lines.
I mean, like, I don't know if they...
for the record, for the record. Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price on y'all.